What's going on, everybody? We got show flies and Tiny in here already. What's going on, fellas? We live? We live? Looking okay? Don't read my combo with darkness. What? Sure it's dark in here. That's pretty good. Oop. What's going on? Tiny, how you been, brother? Oop. Alright, since you guys are the first ones in here, you guys tell me, is my music okay? Are we sounding good? Everything's set up good? How we looking for tonight? I don't have my sticker up or nothing. Music's good? Right on. Alright, give me a second here to get set up, boys, and then we'll start tying some stuff up. I'm not popping my mics, am I? Every time I go back and look at my streams, I hear my mics popping and it drives me nuts. I gotta get some better ones. Just got back from Virginia. Dang, son. What have you been doing down there? Oh, hold on. I got the wrong mic on me. There we go. Now you guys can probably hear me a little bit better. There we go. David Kia. David was supposed to go live with me tonight, but we decided we were going to change stuff up and we're going to go live on another night because David wants to try and do one of the deep, dark, the late nights that I do. So I got to tell David some of my tricks, David. So A, you're going to need some coffee, and B, you're going to need a comfy chair. You're going to definitely need a comfy chair. All right, so you guys can't see it here, but off to my right, I spent a lot of time tying up a bunch of the double kokanee / trout flies. So we're going to tie up a bunch of those tonight. Oops, forgot my own first rule. Start with the back one. I can't nod off. No, hey, David, you can't nod off. And my dad attempted it one time, man, and it didn't work out for him. He tried. It takes a special bit of grinding to do that. I'll put your glasses on for you guys. You guys can see a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, that's the ticket. I reorganized all my gear too, so I think I know where everything is, but I also don't really know where everything is. It's kind of one of those situations. And then as I was going through all of my jigs and whatnot, I noticed that I knew that I made one jig that looked really, really close to a oh, there's a nightbot. There we go. It looked really, really close to like a shrimp. So I might attempt one of those tonight while it's fresh in my head. I tried before the stream started to make some of those. What are they? The eyeballs for it, but I don't have any line that's like thick enough for it. That's my big issue. Submariner, dang dude. Those are like, you got to be tough to be a submariner. Those guys do not, like, the average for those guys after this, afterlife is not very long. You gotta be some tough dogs to do that stuff. All right, I think I got some silver and gold. I think we'll do some. Let's do some blue heads on this one. I haven't done blue in a minute. K Fishing Pro, what's going on, dude? Long time no see, brother. Move my mic a little bit further down so I'm not blowing you guys out. Sneak peek reel? I did not, dude. I will go back and check that out. I've been, it's been a bit of a Friday for me, so I have not been on YouTube a whole hell of a lot, other than to, post my stuff. Pizza Man, what's going on, dude? Welcome in, brother. I'm gonna tie up some kokanee jigs here, kokanee flies here in a second. I'm just trying to get my line all situated here. It's taking me longer than I'd like. Journey Jensen, welcome in. Glad to have you. All right. Gotta get this thing out of my way. So with these ones, they're kind of unique. So I made a video that's gonna be coming out soon on how to tie these things, because they're really easy to tie and they take no really equipment to do so, like as in like product. Really, you just need the flashy boo and some line and then the hooks, right? So nice cutthroat. What, did he post something on his YouTube? What did he post? Oh, I'll have to go check that out. Yeah, he's been out in Montana playing around. He's taking the retirement thing real serious like. All right, so we're gonna wrap that cord up a little bit there and get a good base going. Do that. We got a good base aligned. Now we can start putting in all the fun stuff. Anderson, welcome in. You love fishing, dude? Well, heck yeah, man. So do I, and that's why we got this whole channel here. A lot of dope people in the chat. Thanks for chatting in, dude. I'm making some kokanee flies at the moment. Well, they're like more like trolling, so you can use them with regular tackle. You don't need a fly rod at all, but they're really, really productive for me for trolling, for trout, and really anything else. Okay, we're gonna do this stuff's a little bit harder to deal with just because it's so long, but as long as I take my time and not bump you guys out of the way, should be all right. We need a couple loose wraps and then a couple ascension wraps. Make sure everybody's all together. Yes, sir. Absolutely, Tiny. Thank you for the shout out, brother. Trying to make some positive content out here for sure. Okay. And then I folded it back there so that way I can cut it off, and we're just going to get a little extra of the flash going on that. See that? That looks pretty sparse right now, but that's okay. So we're going to start filling stuff in and making it all purty like. And then we're just going to do a couple of wraps, and this is where the rotary vise really comes in handy. You also notice too that I'm what I've developed with this particular style, because there's not a whole lot of videos out there on how to make these things. Is what I've Pizza Man, a parkour master. What's going on, dude? Welcome in. We're making some fishing lures for trout and such. Yeah, and so when I tie these up, I keep my bobbin really, really close when I'm tying this together. That's what I've devised so far, because if I get kind of far, it can kind of go all wired, and we got all this other line here we got to worry about. 58-inch or 56-inch muskie, Anderson. Holy crap, dude! That's a big fish, dude. That is awesome, dude. That sounds like a good time. Off land? Yeah, absolutely. So really, you can do the same technique with just. So right now it's set up for a double hook system, right? Really, all you need to do to make it for something you can cast off land. Nelson, thanks for saying hi in the chat. Appreciate having you. But all you need to do is really not tie the first one, just tie one hook, and then you can tie this up like you do here, and then put any kind of like spinning lure in front of it, like a spinning blade, and that's pretty much it, man. You can cast this like you would normal cast, put some weight in front of it, and you'll hook up fish. It's just a little extra flashy to kind of set yourself apart from some of the other lures that are out there. And like I said, I troll these behind a flasher, and if you guys go look back, you'll see on like some of my videos I've got some videos out there like 50 plus fish in one day, and I'm using something similar to these. As long as you're just kind of slightly different than everybody else, man, that's really the key out there. All right, so we're gonna put some gold in here. I like gold. Ernesto, what's going on, brother? Welcome in. What is the best lure I have made, Peyton? I make a lot of salmon jigs. That's kind of like my key thing here, dude. But I can let me tie this in, and I'll show you some of my other jigs that I made, because I actually just organized them all lately. And then don't mean to throw it out, but if y'all are in here, you know who you are, and you've been waiting for that 1,000 subscriber giveaway that we're going to be doing here shortly. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you're not. There's a short that came out today that I feel like you should really pay attention to. Hint, hint, a nudge, a nudge. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so we got that tied in there. A couple of loose wraps, and then we're going to give it a couple of tight wraps. Kind of try and spread that out as much as we can out there so we look kind of flashy. And then we're going to curl it back. We're going to give it a nice head curl. Kind of do the same thing. We want to circle that hook a little bit. A couple loose wraps. Oops, I don't want it to kind of... Oh, you know what? That's okay. We'll go up here. We'll reset it. There we go. Cat, welcome in. Theo Leonard Idits, welcome, dude. Thank you, brother. Slow and methodical. That's what we're going for right now. These things take a little bit more finesse than some of my other jigs that I make. Anyway, to whoever I was talking to a second ago, let me finish making this little bad boy up here, and I'll show you one of my my salmon jigs that I use. This is really all I'm going to add into this guy, and now I just kind of start filling in to make sure I got nice and coverage. And I want that whole blue there, and it looks kind of ugly at the moment. Bear with me here, because you guys are going to see the finished product. We're going to cut this one just in line with the other ones. Boom. Now you guys can kind of start to see the vision here. David! David! Let's go, son! You didn't have to do that, brother. David! Ah! If you guys don't already, make sure you guys go follow my brother David Kia Smith. He's a unit to follow for sure. He makes some awesome content, and he makes some way killer flies than I do. Let's go, David! Not steelhead. I mean, you could use them for steelhead 100%, Skylar. To the person that was looking for my kokanee, or to my salmon jigs. Give me a second. I'll be right back. David. David! Oh. All right. I had a cup somewhere. Oh, it's behind me. You just leave it here and you just fill me up. Thank you. Ooh, wife made good tea. Okay. These are the twitching jigs that I make for salmon. And we can make one of these up tonight if you guys want. David Kia. When I move, I want to get a 2X hoodie. Absolutely, David. Abso-freaking-lutely. I'll hook you up for sure. But yeah, these are my twitching jigs. I make these bad boys for catching salmon mostly. And I make a lot of them because I do the live stream thing. And then, you know, I give them away to a lot of people that I meet on the river. If someone were like, hey, you're K-fish or something, I'll hook them up. But yeah, that I use to catch. Oh man, all the old people in the chat are gonna be like, "Yep, he's going for the photos again." I use those guys to catch these guys. So that's a king salmon I caught a couple years back. This one was a coho I caught a couple years farther back as well. Mostly all on jigs, some on roe, that kind of thing. That was my top dog right there. That was a 27-pound king salmon. Not the baby photos. And then that was the end of the day. That's not all mine. That's me and my party, but I had to get the hero shot, you know. So, yeah, dude. Love catching those bad boys. Humble, what's going on, dude? Sugar, if you know that. I do not. What kind of fish is that, bro? All right, put your guys' glasses back on. There we go. Okay, so what you're going to notice here with this too, come on, focus. There we go. What you guys are going to notice too is like I can't do my normal tie. Rodney, welcome in, man. I can't do my normal like whip finish tie on this one, so I'm going to have to do like I do a half hitch, but I make the half hitch a little bit wide, which is just like making a loop in the blue line. And then I got to pull the main line through and then set that down and very carefully try and lock that knot on there. We just do that about 2 or 3 times, and that's going to lock that knot on there. And that's all we really need because the next step is what's really going to solidify that bad boy on there. Jay, welcome in. Not sure if I remember you, brother. I want to make sure I cut that as close as I can because the next step Nimby! We got Nimby in here too. What's going on, brother? And then, okay, so I cut that pretty. Oh, that came loose, didn't it? I'm going to cut that loose close because the next step, when we put in the resin, which I have right here, this is UV clear fly finish and thick. Uh-oh, you guys lost your music. Hold on a second. I just realized that. Hey, Zyrene?
Yeah, it keeps connecting to my headphones.
Can you unconnect it?
I don't know how.
Are you done with your headphones?
No.
Oh. Hold on a second, guys. Technical difficulties, of course. There we go. All right. Cole, are you selling these? I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to deal with the music there. Barry, is this a fly jig? Kind of. It's like a kokanee fly, so it's double hooked, made for trolling. Account said hi. Welcome in. Welcome in. Cole, are you selling these ones? I am not currently. I'm working on figuring out how to do that. I got some ideas because all my stuff is just kind of made out of my head, and so we kind of go from there. Oh, my phone focus is so good. Well, that's because I have the specialty little glasses on that I put on my phone. That kind of helps with that.
My world is in constant motion.
See, I trick.
The
I trick.
gym, the airport, the spotlight. I've learned that when
Nelson. All right, man. Nelson's the first one, though, but I appreciate you hanging as long as you did. You have a good night, my friend. Nelson bites the dust on the late stream. Anyway, so this is the thick resin here, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a pretty heavy glob of that one on all the way around. And then I'm going to grab my, as I kind of keep rotating this, I don't really necessarily want it to stop, but I want to keep that moving at least a little bit. And then we're going to push that all the way around that thread. So that way we get a nice, good ball going. See that? And we're going to give it the spin of death there. Yeah, man, these things are pretty sweet for trolling. And then we're going to give it the flashlight to set everything in motion. And they're stupid cheap to make. I got a video coming out here shortly, guys. It's going to be next Wednesday. It's going to be a full-grown tutorial of how to make these piece by piece. But really, you can buy a bag of these hooks. I bought just these hooks. These are eagle claws. I think I paid $15 or probably less than that in my area for these guys. And it came for 25 of them. I'm not kidding you. I've got a wall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, including this one, that we can make up into these flies. I paid, like I said, $15 for a set of hooks. So it really takes nothing at all. It's 7 a.m. for me. By me, Humble said it's 7 a.m. by me. What's the time? Not English for my language. All good, brother. All good. It's if it's 7 a.m. for you, it's 10 o'clock at night for me, dude. So we do this late night stream, and we hang out, and we talk to people, and we go as deep into the late night as I can. Tonight is going to be a little bit shorter than normal, but I'm still going to go as long as that I can anyway. I'm going to get up early tomorrow and do some fishing. So make sure you guys are again subscribed there, because I'm probably going to go do some live stream tomorrow fishing as well. Let's see, guys. 96 people in the chat. Whoa. Thank you guys all for joining me. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys throw a like on the stream It helps a small channel like myself a lot. So even if you're just hanging out with me and you don't want to chat, glad that you're here. Throw a like if you don't mind. We'll see if we can't get that bad boy up to 30 tonight. Yes, sir, pro. Yes, sir, pro. Can we buy lures from you, Blue Gigi? I like that, Blue Gigi. Oh, Peyton's back. He's back from the dead. Nelson's back. We did it. Yeah, son. Blue Gigi, I don't sell my stuff yet. Right now, I'm just kind of doing giveaways. So I'm just going to start giving this stuff away. I got a 1,000 subscriber giveaway coming up. And if you're I got a kind of a unique way that we're going to be giving this bad boy away. So I don't think I've seen it done this way anywhere on YouTube before. So make sure you guys are paying attention closely is all I can say. The whole point of it is you gotta be a follower. You gotta be watching my content, because the people that do, I've set it up in a way that if you watch my stuff, you're gonna have a better chance than others. It's not just gonna be a luck of the draw. I wanted it to be for the people that watched my channel. That was the key for me. Martus, oh man, I'm gonna screw this up. Martus. It says nice hook. Well, thank you, brother. It's a nice purple eagle claw that we got on here. It's a double up hook. So right behind it, we got this guy trolling behind it. Oh, but you guys are a little bit out of focus there. There we go. Okay, so now we got our blue line back in there. We're gonna get this beautiful hollow, and we're gonna put that right on top. And we're gonna wrap that bad boy around just like that. 2 loose wraps, and then 2 fairly tight ones. That just kind of secures everything. And then we're gonna fold the hair back there, so to speak. And then we're gonna give it a couple more loose wraps, just like that. Make sure everybody kind of looks even on both sides. And then a couple of tight wraps to set everything up correctly. And then we can start doing well, first we're going to want to cut this bad boy even. You like crankbaits or spinnerbaits more? Which should I buy? So it depends on what you're doing, man. I like lipless cranks for smallmouths, and I like spinnerbaits for largemouth. Actually, my last video, the Lake of No Bites one that I caught the big bass on, that was actually a spinnerbait, dude. It was awesome. You should go watch that one. That one's actually pretty dope. You just watched a scary movie and you just want to get over the fear? Well, this is the perfect place. This is all meant to be calm and zen. I got the music going. We got the calm zen lights. Now I'm just tying away and chatting with you guys. Rodney, welcome in. Thanks for coming in, stopping. Hey, holy crap, you guys, we're already at 28. 2 more. We're almost to the 30. We're almost to the 30. Drop them likes, y'all. Gray, Lady Gray, welcome in. TPM Fishing, welcome, man. Welcome. Glad to have you, my friends. Tying up some crappie, or not crappie. I've been tying up crappie lately, but now I'm tying up some kokanee trolling flies. I don't know why those words would not come out of my mouth. Good Lord. Thank you, Tiny Tim. The GOAT. Dylan, what's going on, brother? Welcome in, my friend. Thank you for saying hi. Holy dude. I can't see it because of your guys' glasses, but I just look to my left. I can see the likes. We're already almost up to 40, y'all. Holy crap. My phone is at 5%. I don't want to leave. I love the stream. Thank you. Thank you, Nelson, man. I love having you, my friend. Anybody that chats with me, man, I love having you guys. Makes me feel good. Okay, we're gonna put that in. Once again, a couple loose. Oops, keep bumping you guys. Make sure everybody looks nice and even. Yeah, need some more on your guys' side. You know what? We're gonna wrap a couple more up high because we want that loop when I pull the hair back to be a little bit closer. There we go. Just like that. Kind of splay it out. We got a couple loose strands there. Yes, sir. Yes, sure. Show flies. We cooking, man. We cooking, man. Love having everybody in here, dude. Holy, oh man, you got me all excited there, Tiny. I thought we were already close to 50, dude. 36 ain't damn bad at all, man. 36 ain't damn bad at all. My brother got a big hook stuck and is like, dude, that sucks, man. I've had that happen, not my leg, but I've had that happen to me, dude. It's not fun at all. I had it stuck in the carpet and in my foot. And I had to call for my wife to come unhook me from the carpet so I could walk. I got really stuck in, man. She's like, what are you doing? Sinju, welcome. Glad to have you, my friend. Stay till your phone dies. Hey, man, spoken like a true hero, Nelson. Spoken like a true hero, my friend. Shane Adventure says that color combo is slick. Dude, I literally just came up with this combo just now, dude. But I agree with you, dude. I think we're gonna hang on to this combo and repeat this a few times for sure. Okay. I said here, this part is more or less just kind of making sure we have everything kind of covered up. I see a little bit of gold, and I'm just trying to get my line to cover up there right where we folded that top piece. If I don't get it entirely, I'm not too worried about it. But okay, like I said, this part's kind of weird because you can't do a whip finish here. So we're gonna have to take and just do a loop, and then I take that main line and I pull it out just like that. Oh no. That's one thing you got to be really careful about. Sometimes you can get it all wrapped up in your line there and then get into trouble. Matthew, well, I'm glad it can, man. I'm glad it can, mother. I'm just making some flies for fishing, dude. Just trying to create a calm atmosphere for people, dude. Got me going down a rabbit hole. Is that glass on your front camera? Hey, trade secrets, man. I gotta keep up with you, Crappie. I gotta keep up with you, my friend. I gotta get every edge that I can, my brother. I'll hook you up in a minute. It's something you can get on Amazon. It's pretty cheap. Oh man, I keep letting my finger drop. Okay, make sure we get that loop right there. And then pull that through. All right, there's our half hitch. That's all we were looking for. We got to get like 2 or 3 of those just to make sure everything stays into place. Just like that. We're golden. Why not switch it over to do a half hitch? I'm doing half hitches. What do you mean? First account? Right on, dude. I'm glad to have you, my friend. Fishing for life. What's going on, man? I don't sell the stuff that I do. Right now, I'm just kind of giving it away. That's literally my thing, man. I make them here for you guys to watch, hang out with you guys, and then I just straight up give them away, man. We got a 1,000 subscriber giveaway coming up here shortly. Super stoked about. So make sure you are subbed and you can see how we're gonna do that, man. It's gonna be fun. Put the eye in the vise when you're done. You have to show me what you're talking about, my brother. I don't know how I'm putting the eye in there. What are you? I don't know what that would do. I'm confuzzled. Okay, so then the last step here, we're gonna do the UV clear fly finish in thick, and we're just gonna put a pretty heavy glob on that one, just like so. I need to stop talking so loud too, because I feel like I'm blowing out the mic. Every time I go back and watch the live streams, and I see like live stream, I see that I've blown out the mic, and it gets super like crackly. I feel so bad. Okay. We want to make sure we kind of keep spinning this bad boy because that's going to keep it nice and round. We already got kind of a, yeah, see that's that line there that I was telling you guys about. It's going to create that kind of weird bump that we don't want. So I'm going to kind of break that free. See if we can cut that without minimal damage here. There we go. Then you have access without the line, then switch it back to put on the UV. Oh, I see what you're saying. But I still have the back hook. That would be the issue, I think. Matthew, this is amazing to watch. So creative. I'm just extremely depressed and I don't have a safe... Let me alone to sweet stream like this. Well, thank you, Matthew. Good to have you, my friend. I'm glad you can find some solace in it, my dude. Oregon Fishing Adventures! Yo, what's going on, brother? I'm gonna have to pop in after work. My phone's almost dead, and my son's drained my power bank with his tablet. It's all good, man. Glad to have you in, brother. Oh, because yeah, I think I know what you meant. Like if I would push this back and put the eye in, then I could do it from the backside. But either way, it's kind of elongated. That's the issue. So, Wells, what's going on? But I like this color combo, dude. I think this is gonna be killer. So basically, what I do with these, let me take the glasses off. Basically, what I do with these, right? They don't look like much now, but I'll put like a piece of corn back here, and then I'll put like maybe a maggot up here, and the line goes to a dodger that I have, and the dodger's sitting here going like this underwater because I'm trolling with my boat, right? And it's going like this, and in that motion, it's taking this line and it's taking these flies, and what it's doing is it's going poof, 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 and it's pulling it forward. And man, oh man, do they just attack it. And these are a little bit smaller than any kind of like presence of most like flashers anyways. And so you really need the motion of that flasher to make these kind of do anything. Otherwise they'll just kind of sit back there and just kind of move around. With that flasher, they're going to pop around. And man, these things, they do work. They do work. Well, that's the first one of the night. Let's keep going. Matthew. So is the kind of fish you keep that crazy cool move constantly back and forth in the stream? Like, yeah, so my boat's trolling, right? Meaning that I'm moving on the lake. I'm going around and around and around. And when I do that, the current basically is pulling and making all my lures do what they're supposed to do. But you can use that from the bank too. Making memories. Ever bleached a trout stream? to catch a lot of them? No, I have not done that. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, trolling. I didn't Lucifer. That was pretty funny. Okay, trolling. I got it. I don't cut out here. Oh yeah, no worries, man. No worries, brother. All right. Without any therapy, I mean, me and the fish have a good talk. You know, I tell him about my day and how much he's come in and helped my day, and then we move on. Sometimes they don't go back. Sometimes they come with me. All right, so this one I'm gonna do a little bit of silver and blue because I really like that combo. We're gonna change it up just slightly. Same kind of base, but we're gonna change it up just a little bit. They don't have PTSD because nobody believes them. They go down and tell all their fish buddies, and they're like, no, Jerry's making it up. Wonder Boy, very cool. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate you stopping in, brother. Holy crap, you guys made it up to 50 likes. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, guys. Let's keep going, man. Our top stream, I think, likes was like we hit 110, which was pretty crazy. We're already halfway there, and I really have not started much. So let's see if we can keep it going, break the record tonight. That would be sick. Okay, done a couple wraps around it, and then we're gonna start the spins here. Get that good base of line going. And then we're gonna go right back in with the silver. Catch and Release is a huge fan of perch. I live near the Detroit River, so I only have done some fishing in the lake in St. Clair Lake, Lake Erie. Oh, that's some good lakes though, Matthew. That's pretty dope, dude. That's some good areas, dude. I'm up here in Washington State, so most of what I can catch is salmon, which is kind of the big ticket item around here. And then after that, it's like kokanee and other stuff like that, like bass, that kind of thing. Sorry, guys, your music is cut out again.
Connected.
Ooh, that was loud, I'm sure.
What was once a stressful experience has turned into
There you go. We're back. Am I back? Am I back? Are we back? We got sound? All right. Okay, put your music back on. How's the music? Music good? You want me to turn it up slightly? Lane, thank you so much for the help. Appreciate it. Bello, thank you so much. Perfect. Okay. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Let me put your glasses back on. Dude, I don't know if I need them, really. Can you guys see that okay? I feel like you guys can see that all right. I'll make sure that it tends to stay in focus a little bit better when I put your glasses on. Nelson's gonna keep chatting until he can't chat no more, man. Love it. All right, so this time I'm gonna go in with some blue. We got the purple underneath, we got the blue top, and I think that blue head with the blue on top. I think that's gonna be pretty stellar looking. But I've never really used this stuff to make these before, so it's gonna be a full experiment of how this is gonna turn out. This might be a crapshoot, but we'll see. Not gonna do my normal style. I'm gonna kind of wrap these in loops. Ooh. Ooh. Not gonna lie, son. Dylan, what's going on, man? Thank you for stopping in, my brother. I already wear glasses. Well, it's so you guys can see because it's very small, you know. I want to make sure you guys can see well. I think we need to add a little bit more blue to that, though. Waving Wing says, hi, welcome in, welcome in. Making some kokanee style fishing jigs here, my friend. We're going to add just a little bit more blue, I think. Tam, welcome in. Tam W. How are you, my friend? Tiny cat here. Don't hold on. The cat's going, hey, wait a minute. All right, a couple loose wraps, and then we're gonna give it a couple of tight wraps. This is where it can kind of get a little bit tricky because I got a lot of stuff hanging off the front of this thing now. We're gonna fold that back just like a so. And then we're gonna cut that off right about there. Ooh, I am a big fan of that, man. I am a big fan of that. Nike World, what's going on, man? I remember. Peyton, love to see you, my brother. Thank you for hanging in here as long as you can, man. I'm surprised your phone's still here, dude. Shannon, this is a kokanee jig, or well, it's a kokanee fly. So I use this trolling behind my boat for like a small version of salmon, really, is what it's for. But you can use them for trout. They're great for off the bank, that kind of thing too. It just gives you a different presence, a little bit more subtle presence than a normal like spinner bait or spinner would give you, and so I tend to do better with something like this because sometimes bigger is not always better. You can actually spook fish pretty easily. So having a smaller presence sometimes can work a little bit better in your favor. Put one little half hitch there. Thanks for stopping in, by the way, Shannon. Thanks for having you. That was what that tool called, man, if you don't mind me asking. I don't want to give away secrets or cross boundaries. I'm sorry. Oh, good, Matthew. What tool are you asking for, dude? This one here? Or are you Like this one? Or are you talking about the I keep mentioning it, but I don't actually bring it out. This is the whip finish. So this is a typical tool that you use for tying these up. Oh, the jig. What jig? Oh, red for the, yeah, absolutely. Anyway, this is a typical whip finish here. This is a tool we use for tying these up at the end. I can't necessarily do it on these ones because I have all this extra stuff hanging off the front. Oh, he's asking me the thing holding the hook for me. This is a fly tying vise. So the one I have here, this is a Renzetti Traveler in purple. Basically, it's just this big old vise that I have here that holds the fly for me, so that way I can tie everything up. Yeah, you can get some pretty cheap ones online. This one necessarily isn't one of the cheaper ones, but you can get some really cheap ones online just to get you started. This is not the one that I started out with. This is probably my 4th or 5th vise at this point. And so, nice, 61 likes, y'all. 60. We get to 65. Can I get 65 tonight? Like I said, I think it was like 131 was our top for a stream, man. It's been a minute too. Back in the fishbowl. Crappie, man. He's so trying to figure out how to get the view that I got going on. Yeah, everything up here seems all kind of out of focus, but this is gorgeously in focus. Bridgeport MIG welder, absolutely. There's a lot of people that use like your own, like just a clamp vise, and then they just kind of weld it to a stick and put it on the table. That's 100% been done. Some guys do that as well. All right, so we got, I don't like that knot. We're gonna give it one more because I don't trust that one. Drop that right there. Slowly pull that in so we get that nice and tight. There we go. Yes, sir. We're a smaller channel, man. I'm trying to make some moves here. So if you guys like fishing content, I've got a lot of it you guys can go check out. And we do these live streams every Thursday and Friday. I kind of missed this Thursday, but I try and do them every Thursday, and then I got new videos coming out every Wednesday, and then I do shorts every single day. So I'm grinding, man. I'm grinding. I want to bring my version of fishing out there into the world for people, man. Okay, this is the UV resin going back in. We're going to do a thick glob of it again. All the way around it. Yeah, just staying with the blue and silver, man. This is, Shannon, this is going to be pretty sick, I think, because it's going to mimic a lot of bait fish in this color combo. Make sure that I get all the threads covered in the resin. And then we're just going to give it the deep cycle. Hit it with the UV flashlight. And that crazy stuff is so wild. Look at that. I barely hit it with any bit of flashlight. Watch this. Solid as a rock. You hit it with a little extra because it takes a little bit longer to cure, but isn't that wild? Like just that little bit of flashlight turned that liquid into solid. What I'll do too after live streams is I'll put these all on a board, and when it's sunny outside, I'll just take them all and I'll put them out in the sun for a little bit longer, and they just cure extra good that way. Because this is just basically UV. That's it. heck? Well, that's not good. Got my line all tangled up there. Okay. And then what you guys don't see much is this right here. I got this back here. So when we move to the second one, I just kind of push that one in there. If it's too short, sometimes you can get the hook in there. Clamp down the front one. That's how that sits. And then I can continue on. And this doesn't get in my way now when I do the spins. Joseph, what's going on? Ethan, how you been, brother? Been a minute. Patrick asked me what type of lure this is. So this is a lure that I use for kokanee and trout and that kind of thing. Sasquatch Adventures. That's my dad, you guys. He's in the chat now. Coming in from Montana. He's on vacation right now. You missed it earlier, Dad. We had like 120 in here a second ago. Okay. Bentley, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? Tying up a kokanee and trout jig, my friend. Bentley, I already did, brother. Well, thank you for the sub, my friend. Wait, you just out fishing for life just now? That's rad, dude. A dual spin? Yeah, dude. I mean, this vise really comes in handy for doing these types of jigs, or these types of lures. I keep saying jigs because I mostly make jigs, but it really does come in handy because if you didn't, basically, if I had the stationary version of this, I'd have to kind of sit here and double hand over every single wrap. And that, it's doable, but it would be kind of tedious. This way, I mean, you guys can see, ooh, until I do something like that. Good Lord. As you can see now, I can start to wrap these up pretty quickly. Just like that. Okay, we got our base going. Oh, right on. I just finished and caught a catfish and cooked it up, and I'm gonna try it fry it soon. But yeah, my friend did all self and stuff, and pretty cool. Right on, dude. That's awesome, dude. What type of thread do I use, Brandon? I use primarily 140 ultra thread for pretty much everything that I use. I found that 130 is a good like universal number. It does most of anything. So I've got a pretty good stack of colors back here, all in 140. I can do my big salmon jigs, and then I can do this lighter stuff all in the same thread. Kind of saves me from kind of rebobbing everything all the time. So I dig it. Yeah, no worries, dude. Anytime. All right, have a good night, Dad. Simple Sasquatch bites the dust. Another one going down. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that, dude. Really, that means a lot, man. I thank you, Dad. I try and do positive things here, my friend. Sometimes it don't always work that way. We've had some trolls in here. I've had to learn how to deal with that, but most of my experiences have been actually really good lately, so I'm pretty stoked about that. You know, man, just find something that really kind of speaks out to you, and then don't let people kind of get you down about it, even if it's kind of, you know, maybe not what something else might be into. You know, there's gonna be someone out there that's into it as well as you, and you just got to find the right people. I mean, literally, case in point, I was started doing this live streams and that kind of stuff because of another individual here on YouTube. By the time Villigan Pit Stop, I was scrolling YouTube just like you guys were probably one night, and I came across a guy that was tying flies here on YouTube just like I kind of am. And the funny part is I tried doing something similar online before, and I kind of got into the wrong communities. And I was kind of fresh out tying flies, and I was, you know, I did like Facebook stuff and that kind of thing. And some dudes that were in there, I was like, hey, here's my clouser fly that I tied, guys. Pretty new at it. What do you tell me what you guys think? And I like made videos and whatnot. I was having fun with it. And I got just absolutely shit on because of it. And then it got me to a point where I didn't really want to tie flies anymore. And kind of put all this stuff away and was going to literally sell. I had it all listed on Facebook Marketplace at one point, and was going to sell all of it. And then, like I said, I came across Villigren's live stream one night, and at that point he's incredible now, but at that point he was kind of getting started into it too. So his technique was a little rough, and he was just having fun with it, and people were really giving him a good vibe, and everybody was really you know, having a good point about it. Like they were making they weren't making fun, they were having enjoyment with him and doing it, and I wanted to be a part of it. Fast forward till now, and now I'm doing it here online with you guys. And I guess my point to this would be, I just want to, you see a lot of crazy stuff on here when you scroll through live streams. I kind of wanted to do my thing, and if people liked it, great. If they don't, that's totally cool too. I'm not going to try and push it any way or another to try and push for subs that way and do crash out videos or anything like that. I'm just enjoying my time and chatting with people. Point in case. Well, whatever. Case in point, point in case. Potato, potato. There you go, dude. Do some 3D printing, dude. That'd be awesome. You know, there's a lot of dudes out there that take 3D printers, and they make fishing lures out of with 3D printers as well. And they actually make good money at it too. Okay, a couple of loose wraps, then a couple tighter wraps, just like that. And then we're going to take all that blue, cut it just in line with that silver stuff. I'll leave you with a like here. All right, man. Thank you much, brother. Good having you, dude. You have a good night, man. Silicone. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. There's a lot of dudes that make like salmon eggs out of the UV, out of like the silicone printers. And they do like salmon roe eggs and that kind of stuff. Dude, all right, we kind of already like got our wraps and everything. I think honestly, without me even doing like finishing wraps, I think we're just gonna give this a good old half hitch and finish her off. This one turned out really easy and nice. Drop that loop right on there. Pull it tight, just like so. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. We got that away. There you go, dude. I do, yeah. So make sure you guys are subscribed because yeah, there's going to be a giveaway coming up here shortly where I'm actually giving away a ton of lures. I got some hoodies, some T-shirts. Yeah, I'm basically gonna fill a box full of stuff, and it's not just gonna be some random giveaway where it's just a random number. I've set it up in a way so that way people that actually watch my stuff have a better shot at it than others. And if you're a member to my channel, there's member only content there as well that can kind of give you a jump and a head start to some of the giveaways as well. So really just depends on how deep you want to go into it. But yeah, that's the way we do it here. Fish DR, what's going on, man? Thanks for the thumbs up, dude. Oh, guys, we got up to 70, dude. Thank you, guys, man. Thank you. Hell yeah, dude. Smaller channel, man. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Okay, UV resin's going on, guys. This is the cool part. Got quite a big glob there. JG Gaming, you just started, dude? Awesome, man. I'm glad. I do this every Thursday and every Friday. And I make all kinds of crazy different lures. And my whole thing is I kind of experiment. So if you have an idea for something and you want me to try it, because I have a lot of stuff to try it with, I will try it for you first so you can see if it works out before you do it. Okay, we're going to put it in the deep cycle. Oh no, our line got in there. That's not good. That's not good at all. There we go. Okay, we're okay. And then we're going to give it that resin. So you just saw that was a liquid, right? You can see it kind of drooping there. Watch this. Flashlight. That's all I'll do right now. Now watch this. Hard as a rock. Just that little bit of flashlight. Now it's solid. It won't move at all. Isn't that crazy? Yo, nice fly, said Vince. Thank you, man. It's a double hookup. Hold on a second. Let me finish putting this UV on it, and then I'll show you the back end. Articulated stuff, I do not fish DR. I mostly make jigs and stuff like that for salmon and that kind of thing. You kind of caught me on a weird night where we're gonna we make up some of the kokanee flies. So these are double hook systems I use for trolling behind like a dodger, and I'll troll these for kokanee and trout and that kind of stuff. Actually, we need to shorten this up just a tad. They're right on top of each other. They can kind of be a bit of a nuisance. We'll take this front one. We'll just shorten it up just slightly. There we go. So that's what it kind of comes out to be. Like I said, I put like a piece of corn back here and like a maggot up here. And man, they will go after that. I do go fly fishing games. I do, 100%. K Fishing Pro, I know you do, my friend. K Fishing Pro is like he does his own little fly fishing videos as well. And he's like one of my day ones, guys. So make sure you guys go give that dude a follow. He's starting out as well. And that blue and silver, man, that looked good. I like that combo. All right. The first ever fish I caught fly fishing was on my own fly. Dude, gaming, how good did that feel, man? How good did that feel to catch a fish on your own fly? I think it's the best feeling ever. Mike Ramps, he's the one that kind of started me into doing this. And yeah, he was like, hey, when you do that, it's going to be one of the best feelings ever. And yeah, he was not kidding. Braden, I do remember you, man. You've been in here a couple times and you've been respectful. So let's I will do that for you, my friend. Ooh, let me catch back up here. Bentley, I can try, dude. I'll put some in there for sure in the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. 100%, dude. Oh, dude, that's awesome, JG. I'm kind of going back through chat, but yeah, the first ever fish you caught was on a fly rod. That's awesome, dude. Where do I get those stickers? You mean like these ones? You like these stickers? Vince? Where do you get my Vice fishing with sheep? So the Vice is this is a Renzetti Traveler. It's kind of a more higher end one, but I start out with like a much cheaper one. But yeah, Renzetti Traveler in purple. JJ Gaming, good to have you, my friend. Thanks for hanging out as long as you did, dude. You have a good night, brother. Another one bites the dust, though. How often do I have to be in the live to stay a moderator? Oh, I mean, as long as you're respectful in here, Braden, you can be a moderator as long as you want, man. I'm fine with it. I just kind of have like a little bit of a waiting period because I just don't want, I don't give it to people that just kind of jump in because they can kind of cause havoc otherwise. So, not to say that there's like different levels of moderator. So, what about materials? So, I always try and push people to, if you have the funds, hang on a second, I'm trying to get the thread through. There we go. If you have well, do I want to stay with blue or we want to do something different? You know what? I got purple line with these purple hooks, and let's do some UV stuff. That could be kind of fun. I always try and tell people with the material stuff, if you can, buy local fly shops. Support the local fly shops because they need it, especially with stuff that you can buy online nowadays. But if you can't, understandable, right? I'm not saying that you only buy from fly shops. If to get you started, maybe you buy some stuff online, then absolutely do so. But if you can, buy from shops. And a lot of times when you go in there, those guys are stupid helpful. And if you just tell them you're new and you're looking to learn, they're like super stoked to help you get started. That's literally what they're waiting for every day. Yeah, Matthew, if I see you chatting away in here and you want to be a moderator at one point, you're more than welcome to. But I just, like I said, it's keeping it low-cal. Bentley, you do that, my friend. I need it. Thank you, dude. Fly fishing lure? Dude, I'm going to start doing much more giveaway, that kind of stuff. So make sure you're hanging around. We'll see what we can do for you, dude. Matt, man, what's going on, dude? Ah, man, I feel like I haven't seen that name in forever. I feel like you've been in here before, brother. No? Like a long time ago? Or am I mistaken? I think I made the only mistake earlier, LOL. What you talking about, dude? Shane's Adventure, what's going on, dude? No, so these are considered just kind of trolling flies, I suppose. I troll these behind, it's double hook system that I use behind like a flasher. I use them for trout, kokanee, that kind of thing. yeah, it's a little bit smaller presence, and like I said, on days that it's really sunny, I will say that I'll pull one of these out more than like a flash or like a Dodger or anything. Or not a Dodger, like a wedding ring or something of that nature. A little bit smaller presence, and dude, you can hook up with these super easy. Yeah, dude. David Keogh, what's eyeballing, brother? I notice you're still here too, man. You could have made it with me. Okay, we get a good bass wrap going there. Yes, sir, K Fish Pro. Yes, sir. I'll make sure to add you into the next, like into the, what is it, the Nightbot, K Fishing Pro. Right now, I think all I've got in there is David. So if you type in exclamation point David YouTube, all one word, it's going to pop up with a link to his channel. And he's one of my good friends here on YouTube. Makes some awesome flies. He's way better at making flies than I am. No, he did not pay me to say that. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Fishing with Sheep. he's passing out. He's passing out. He's gonna bite the dust soon. Hell yeah, Braden's life. Thank you, man. He's a good dude. You won't be disappointed at all. All right, so this time around, I've got only a little bit left of this stuff here, but this is my UV flashy boo. I'm trying to use up a lot of like the older stuff that I have, so I can go buy some new stuff. Not that I need to, but you know. Never hurts. Okay, we're gonna tie in quite a bit of this stuff too, because there's not a whole lot to it. And I just kind of go just a little bit behind the hook there. If I go too long, you can get what's called short bites or short strikes, and they'll try and bite behind the hook, which is not what we want. I want just a little bit behind the hook so that when they do go to bite, we can make sure we get the hook in the mouth. That's the whole point, right? Maybe it's just my hand there, Braden. I've got the stream up in the corner here, and it doesn't look like it's looping to me. Anybody confirm whether we're doing okay here for me? Are we stream okay? Oh, thank you, Shane's. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate it, dude. I don't have many friends, and I don't no job. My cat says it's my best friend. Heck yeah, dude. Get out there, Matt. Get out there, my friend. Ah! That was not friendly. What's some good materials for intermediates? I'd say you need a little bit of a few items. So some of the key things you're going to need is chenille, marabou, and hackle. I think for someone that's intermediate, those three items You can make quite a few different lures with those 3. If you want to add something else in there, dubbing is good too. But if you just want to do those 3, that's a really good jumping off point, I think. And I can kind of, explain that a little bit better maybe one of these other times. But you can make woolly buckers. You can make a whole lot of other stuff with just those items. Thomas Weeks, I am making this is like a kokanee double hook system. Kokanee fly, basically. They're a little bit smaller presents than your average wedding ring or something of that nature. And they work really, really well. It's kind of my own little secret here. I actually have a couple of dudes that look for me on a yearly basis because they pick up a few of these. There we go. So I think for the top layer of this one, I have a lot of this green stuff, but maybe we just go in with a little bit of gold, but not like a lot. You know what I mean? Kind of do like a little bit of sparse stuff. Hey, breaded bread, welcome in. Hold on, breaded. I just noticed something. You are not in blue, my friend. There you go. Breaded Bread has been in here and chatting many times, and he's commenting on a lot of my videos, asking me for when stream times are, so 100% welcome to have him in here. Fishing with sheep. Are you looking to keep fly tying? And if you want to rotary vise, if you're looking to keep fly tying and you want a rotary vise, what is an inexpensive option? David, 509, what's going on, brother? David, if you're still here, he might actually know because him and Villigrins actually had an Amazon version themselves, but you can get cheap Amazon rotary vise. If you look up rotary fly tying vise on Amazon, you can get a cheap one, and they're just as good, really, than the high end stuff. You just want the high end stuff because there's a few like features and the bearings are a little bit better in them and yada yada. But in all fairness, you can tie just as good as fly on a really expensive vise as you can tie on a cheap vise. So.
From the moment you get
77
home,
likes, guys. We are almost close to our top tier. Like I said, I think it's like 115, something like that was my highest liked video on a live stream on YouTube. And we're getting close. Yeah, I like that a lot. Just a little bit, a little something on top. That's right, Bread. Morning, Melissa. For you, it's morning. For me, it's late. What 509? Oh, Moses Lake. Right on, dude. I'm gonna be out on the lake as well tomorrow, man. So good luck to you, my friend. Hope you guys place well, man. Make sure you record it, dude. I want to see it. I gotta get you on I gotta get you on a live stream, and we can love to hear about how that goes. There we go. I'm gonna get that real tight up in there so I can cover up that gold. Okay, once you've done that, I know it looks like a heavy mess up here, and that's okay. This all gets covered up. Do a half hitch just like that. Drop that on there. Just cinch that right up. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's gonna be cool as shit. That's gonna be fun. Brandon might need to restart the stream if someone could let him know in chat. Looks like you can only read chat though. I don't think I can tell him via stream. Oh no, that's not good. There we go. All right, we're not going to give that any more thought because we're already getting pretty close. And I'm not liking exactly how that head wrap turned out, but we'll see if we can save it here. All right, man. Have a good night, 509. Appreciate you stopping in, brother. Good luck tomorrow, my friend. Another one bites the dust. I gotta get up crazy early tomorrow too, so I'm trying not to stay too late tonight, but I definitely want to hang out with you guys. Tomorrow I'm gonna be trying to see if I can't live stream while fishing, so that ought to be pretty fun. Thank you, 509. Dude, we all hit him. We all hit him, dude. Diogo 84. I'm sorry I missed that, but have a good night, brother. Another one bites the dust. The sticker in the vise is like the beginning of the video, Brandon. All right, Matthew. Damn, dude. That's crazy, dude. All right, so got that all wrapped up. Hit it with the UV resin one time. I don't know if we already did or not, to be honest. I've been in chat so much. Chris, how you doing, dude? Welcome back. Oh shit, yes sir. 84. I keep saying that the thing I got to make it so you guys can see this really well, I can't see the likes unless I like lean over. So it's like every so often when I check, it's like a new update for me. It's awesome. 83, man, 84. Dude, I'm only streaming for like a little bit longer, but if we can get up to like and pass up 115, that's like the record. We're so close tonight of beating the record. That's crazy. We've been holding at 20, something like that. So hell yeah, Matthew. Thank you, my friend. Have a good night, dude. Thomas Weeks. Can you make a saltwater clouser fly? I would, brother. I don't have any barbells at the moment. But I tell you what, I will get some and then I will make some for you in one of the next streams. I will do that. So make sure you hang out. I'll get some barbells this weekend and then I will tie some up for you in the next stream. Yeah. I can make a saltwater shrimp jig if you want. Let me see if I got the one that I made similar. So this is kind of like a shrimp jig we made. You know, it's just missing the eyeballs to it though. Bandit Fishing, thank you for chatting in. How many fish have I caught? I've caught quite a lot in my lifetime, man. Benjamin, I've caught a lot. This is a kokanee dual rig system. So I make them for trolling for kokanee and for trout and that kind of stuff. And they work really, really well. Kind of matching like what you see for the saltwater guys, and just paring everything down and making it for the freshwater. All right, let me finish this up and then we'll flip over and we'll make a jig or two. Y'all got me to 90, dude. Okay, now we're getting close. I'm excited. We're literally 20 away from, well, 25 away from beating a record here. Okay. Yeah, welcome in, by the way, Bandit. Good to have you. All right, so again, as you guys can tell, I can't tie this off like I normally would. So to get these started, I'll do like a couple wraps around my main line and then cross over. So that way I don't have to do as many, pulls on the line as I normally would. Okay, got a good couple. Now we can just start wrapping that line. Just like that. Now we got a good base. We need to take our UV Flashaboo. And we're going to tie that in. Just like that. This one I like to make just a little bit longer than the back one. Do a couple of loose wraps. Kind of get everybody situated nicely. We'll go in with a couple of tight wraps on top of it. And that kind of locks everything in. Then we're going to take and flip its hair back. Just like that. Loose wraps. Get everybody all situated. Tight wraps. Just like that. Then we're going to want to continue on here and kind of get the front level with that back so we can cover up that loop that we made. This is where kind of slow and steady wins the race on this one. Okay, once we have that all covered up, now we just kind of clean up everything back here. Just like that. And we're going to put our gold on top. Oh, Nightbot is just my, it's like my moderator, my automated moderator, really, for when people aren't in here. I used it, it was more useful kind of in the beginning when I first started doing this, but now I get people that come in here pretty regularly, and so it's, they're helpful in keeping everything kind of in a manner that's a little bit more tame. In the beginning, it was just me, so you couldn't catch the bad stuff pretty early. Now I can. Now I got people in there that can kind of head the the snake off before it gets too crazy, if you will. Some of the people I got in here are pretty fast with it too, which is pretty fun. Okay, we did our couple loose wraps, couple tight wraps, just like that. And I'm going to kind of cut all these like we did the other stuff. And then we're going to go back through and just kind of clean up the wraps and make sure we got everything nice and covered up. Once we've done that, we can do our half hitches. It would be good when you have a website to sell your stuff. I know, man. The thing is because all my stuff is unique in every single way. Like each one is different. I don't like redo a bunch of stuff. Frankly, because I think that for me personally, on the streams, if I just started making the same lure over and over and over again, it really wouldn't be that fun for you guys. So it's more important to me to make different lures here than it is for me to really sell them. That's why I mostly just give them away. However, someone did come up with a great idea, is if I were to do an eBay thing, then it's kind of like I'm just going to list them there and it's one item, and then once it's sold, it's sold. Because I don't want to try and keep stock of items. That was the hard part, trying to figure that out. So yeah, but that's the thing, is if I had like a website, I'd sell the one and then I'd have to like basically recreate a whole listing and that kind of stuff. Where if I did it through the eBay, I think I can, it'd be easier for me. When is the giveaway, Breaded? It's coming up, dude. So there's a bunch of videos coming out here shortly, Breaded, and I said it earlier tonight, but since you're hanging out with us, oh man, my knots did not do well. Did I knot this at all? Did you guys watch me knot this? I swear I did. I got to chatting away. Okay, well, we're going to have to do this kind of a hard way here. I don't even know if I can. I'm going to take more line. Oh, this is not good. Hold on, chat. I'm going to have to focus here for a second. I got to pull enough line here to make a loop. I could just, you know what? No. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to re-engage that. We're going to take both these lines, wrap them a couple times, tuck them in. There we go. If you ever cut your main line, don't panic, because you can always go back in and just put a couple of safety wraps like I just did on top of it. Because there will be times when you're tying flies where you don't mean to cut your main line, and you will. And it doesn't mean that's the end of the world. It just means that you got to kind of go back a couple steps. Nightbot, Brandon, is not a real person. Nightbot is literally a robot I have in here. Wait, why we hiding sheep, Brandon? Okay, let's be careful not to do that. AM Fishing, what's going on, brother? Oh, I see. I see you did that. That's okay. Nuke, what's going on, dude? Have a good night, Looks. Appreciate you hanging in here. I didn't see you chat earlier, man, but thanks for what you did, dude. Flying with Nimby. What's going on, Nimby? Been a minute. I saw you in here earlier, dude. You just been lurking. You can, yeah. You just got to set it up, dude. It's a website. You can just set it up, and then you add it into your streams. Do you have any for still water, like lakes? You fish in lakes there, Nuke? Yeah. Okay. So let me finish putting a knot here, and I've got actually great tips for you, dude. Because I do a lot of still water fishing myself. I'll make sure I get a good couple knots in here this time. Damn it. Vanessa, welcome in. Nice. Glad to have made a couple of your own. More people that into the sport, the barrier, I'm telling you. It's relaxing in its own way, too. Fishing with sheep. Sorry about the mistake earlier, my friend. Bro thinks people are stubborn to newbies. No, not at all, dude. That's exactly what my channel's about. Is all about for the newbies. Actually, bro, let me finish this real quick because we're really close to being done with it, and then I can go show you what I've been talking about with the other thing. So, okay, we're gonna do the UV clear finish in thick. But I totally get what you're saying. Sometimes the fly fishing community can be a little bit stubborn. It was definitely hard for me in the beginning, but that's kind of what the mold we're trying to break here. It's not just fly fishing I do all kinds of fishing. I'm a multi-species angler, so it means I go for everything. Sometimes I like using a fly rod, sometimes I like using regular casting stuff. Sometimes you'll see me use like a bait caster for bass. Like I do it all, man. I enjoy the sport and I do it all. 2 likes away from 100, man. Holy crap, you guys. UV resin is I swear to God, UV resin is like modern day magic. I don't know how it works. It can be a liquid 1 second and then it can be a solid the next. Insane. $99. Nimby, did you not like, bro? Come on, man. Look at that. Hard as rock. Isn't that crazy? Like, if you're just getting into fly tying too, like these here are great for any kind of like, even if you're not a fly fisherman, these are great to use because they're like little trolling flies. But you can also just, if you just want to use one of these, you took the back one off, right? We just use this front one. Put a little flasher in front of it. It's a smaller presence than any other lure, and you will hit with fish from these, no problem at all. 101! Dude, okay. You guys, I'm not kidding you. If I remember right, I think it's 115 was our top. If we get to 116, we have broken a record. I'm not even joking you. He was going to wait for 100. Thanks, Nimby. Weeks, I use them mostly in lakes, but you could totally use them in a stream if you just like use a weighted and let them just kind of do their thing. Honestly, they would kill them. They would kill in a stream. All right, so the guy that was asking about, hey, Tactical, he was the 100th. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. The guy that was asking about Stillwater. So mostly when it comes to Stillwater stuff, I'm using a combination of a lot of different wet flies. Early in springtime or that kind of thing, I've tied up actually this bottom row here is me and all these are me down here. But these are chronomids. This is me up here as well. But these things work great because they're very small presence. You can just kind of cast them out with a thingamabob like bobber. Or if you want to be the fly aficionado, you can call it an indicator, is what they call it in the fly fishing world. But yeah, you use these basically behind an indicator, you cast it out, and then you just let it sit. And a lot of times you'll see that indicator just whoop, go underwater. You set the hook, and you're going. Yeah, you can use these in lakes and streams 100%. Now, when it comes into springtime and into summer, then that's when you start stepping your game up. This is actually pretty sparse right now. I gotta fill this up, but these are my woolly buggers that I've tied up. And then I tie these up on slightly different hooks than regular fly fishing hooks. So I tie these up on stinger hooks because I like a wide gap between the head of the hook and the actual shank. That's the shank, the head of the hook. But yeah, I tie these up. This is a basically egg sucking leech, and this goes back to what I was talking about. Hey, goat fly flying, welcome in. This goes back to, like I said, the beginner stuff where really all you need is the marabou, the chenille, the hackle, and hooks, really. And that's how you can kind of get started. So, and times for like a morning right after the rain, they're going to be kind of just looking around, honestly. If you wanted the chronomids, those would do okay. They're going to be searching. The woolly bugger, if you feel like you want to get a little bit more active and you kind of just pull that line slightly, that can be a lot of fun. Otherwise, I made some of these like sculpins. If you really want them to get active, let me grab the better one here. This little sculpin here. So this is a sculpin fly made on a jig head. Really, really small. It's basically a small, like a micro sculpin. But this is squirrel hair, and then it's got these two little wings that come out on either side. And what these wings do is once it gets in the water, it just kind of gives it a wide presence. And this you can let go down to the bottom, and then boop, boop, and jig it up a couple times, man. Yep. Yeah, like I said, woolly buggers, goat flying. Yeah, woolly buggers are always my go-to. So if you're just getting into tying and you want something that you're gonna use pretty frequently, woolly buggers are. I mean, like I said, this is my personal one. I've emptied it out because I actually filled up the giveaway box, and I put a bunch of my personal ones in there. But woolly buggers, sculpins, more woolly buggers over here. I mean, that's what I use. Yeah. Goat fly tie-ins is on the money with that, 100%. Sometimes too, and I'm not even joking you, on my regular spinning gear, I will put I'll put a woolly bugger on, and it just they sometimes work better than other stuff. Match the hatch, as they say. After the rain, pay attention to the bugs. Yeah, I mean, honestly, too, everything that you want to try. So sometimes it's helpful. So I'm trying to pare it down for someone that might be new, right? Because you might not have everything when you first start out. So I'd rather give you something that was like more universal. Bobber and a woolly bug below is a crappie killer. I will 100% try that, goat. That's actually a great tip. But yeah, no, if you have like a loaded fly box of a bunch of stuff, you're out in the river, flip over a couple rocks, see what's there, 100% match the hatch. But if you're just starting out, I want you to be successful. That's like my number one thing is I want you to be successful. So like having woolly buggers as just like a go-to to get you started, and then kind of branch out from that. Like best way I can describe it is like anybody that goes and eats sushi, they're always eating like the California roll to start off with. That's what everybody seems to like start off with is the California roll, and then you kind of branch away from that and eat other stuff. Otherwise, some people don't. But we all kind of start with the California roll, and I think that the woolly bugger, personally, is like the California roll of the fly fishing world. That makes sense? Yeah, dude, 90% of the time I use like 10 different flies a trip. You don't need many. Yeah, exactly. Well, there you go. That's the secret sauce, man. Yeah, dude. Needed. Okay. Let's go over to that. I don't know if that guy is still here that wanted the shrimp style, but we're going to switch over to it. Either way. Yeah, see, Breaded's got one there. I like personally like brown and blacks. You ask my best buddy, and he's always about greens, but green, brown, and black I think would be like the three solid ones to have in your toolbox. $100%. Adams is a good dry. Prince Nymph is a good kind of early spring, and then a woolly bugger to end it all. Soft tackle, yeah, for sure. What's going on, Husky? How you doing? 104, you guys. We're almost there. Ah, that's where it went. I lost that sculpin in my crotch. Okay. I gotta remember how I did this now. Hold on, let me go back to my jig box here. Did I put it back in my jig box? Yeah, I did. Very boo. So this is kind of what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a shrimp similar to this one. Now I don't have the line to make the eyeballs that I want, but we're gonna make something similar to this one here. I'm doing good. We're gonna make some fishing lures and just kind of hanging out, chill vibes. I got the lights going on. Oh, dude, you guys don't know it. So, that fish right there is pretty cool. My grandmother made it for me. She painted it for me. But I'm gonna move this, and I found like a fish neon sign that I want to put back there. I think that would be pretty sick. I mean, I already got some light shit going on here, but you know, it might do everything out like we want it to. Okay, so first things first for this one, I need some orange lines. I'm gonna switch up our bobbin here. Just some orange. I feel like we got some good heavy hitters in here for fly tying now, more than myself. But for me personally, and I will keep saying for me personally, but I use 140 ultra thread. It's a good universal for me for all the stuff that I tie. Haven't had any issues with it yet. Yeah, it'll get you all the way around from doing the bigger stuff that I do, all the way down into the smaller stuff as well. through, is it? Are you going after mostly I go after depends on what time of year. Like right now, tomorrow, if you guys catch me, I might do a live stream tomorrow, but it's going to be bass fishing tomorrow. This time of year in bass fishing, and then as fall kind of comes around and comes to fruition, you'll see me heading towards the salmon, and that's kind of, so I'm from the Pacific Northwest, lived here most of my life. That's kind of my bread and butter. So we catch big old salmon like these. Yeah. All right, man. Good having you in here, my friend. So glad to have you here, brother. Make sure you comment on one of my videos so I can go in and sub to you, my friend. That's the 27. That's my record for king so far. Absolute unit we caught. Hey, Paula. Got a late one for you. I had like 110 in here a minute ago. It's crazy. This one was a coho that I caught with my best buddy Mike. Quite a few years back as well. And then this was a king that I caught again with my buddy Mike. This one I was using roe. But yeah. Reds are flying in the river, right? Oh, dude, that would be sick, dude. A 4-foot barracuda? That's crazy, breaded. Oh, yeah, for sure, Shane. The king fight. I can't wait, dude. I'm trying to hit that riv here shortly. But for now, I'm excited for the bass. I got all my rods set up, all my gear set up. I'm gonna try and get out there and go tomorrow and see if I can't put some fish on the boat. I haven't been on my big boat in quite some time, and I feel bad about it. Okay, so we got a base going. Actually, hold on a second, y'all. Here's some of my other photos here. This year, it's actually on the channel. So if you guys want to go back and take a look at it, I did some mahi-mahi fishing in Hawaii. That was my all-time bucket list fish was a mahi-mahi. Yeah, and then I didn't just catch one. Usually they're like, yeah, 1 or 2 is a great day. I freaking put 7 on the deck, dude. 7. It was a killer day. So make sure you guys go check out that video. That was a fun one. And then tomorrow, like I said, I'm trying to match some of this. This is a 18 inches long. This is a tanker of a smallmouth. And then that was just a fat boy that I got. Was also a smallmouth as well. The baby pictures. Listen, man. I'm old school. I print out all my photos and have them up here on my wall. Actually, you get a kick out of this. On my wall, I have my grandfather, his old fishing rod, and it's hanging long ways on the wall. And I hang all of my catch photos off of that. It's kind of like an old ode to the old man. It's kind of cool. All right, so we're gonna grab a couple of these marabous. This is marabou, by the way. I'm just picking a few feathers out of here, just like that. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can kind of palmer them, tie them in, and then palmer them. It's one technique, but for these ones, we're just going to tie them in as kind of a fluffy tail. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Sometimes what I'll do, if I want just a little extra, is I'll pull the back stuff off, and I'll go and I'll stack it near the front, just like that. Then I just kind of get all like those loose ones a little bit more pushed back. And then right about there is good. Yeah, my wallet folds of photos. This was back in '93 when I hooked into it. So man, I'm an old man at heart. Okay, I'm gonna tie in just a little bit more. I want to leave this guy nice and fluffy. Just like that, and that's going to kind of create our under base for everything that we're doing, you know, prior to that. So since we don't have the eyeballs, I've kind of made do with some of the UV stuff and just putting a couple flashes of that. So that's what we're going to do. Not UV, sorry, the hollow stuff. Probably too much, so let's dial back just a little bit. There's no way that just flipped over top of that. You're crazy. Really? Oh my god. Stop doing that. There we go. Yo, Drift, how you been, man? Good to have you back, dude. Just like that. Okay, now we got some sparse going on in there. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Then I'm looking for a special type of chenille that I use for this particular one. So it looks crazier. It looks like I'm more talented than I actually am when it comes to these. Because really all I'm using is this chenille here. No, this looks like a ball of fur. And that's because it is a ball of fur. But it's also a special type of chenille that has got really long strands that come off of it. If I can get it untangled here, Atlanta. There we go. Apparently I put this away and I did not want to be able to get it back out again. There we go. So it's got these really long strands on it, and basically what we're doing is we're just controlling those long strands as we're wrapping it back, and that's going to give it the whole body shape that we want. That's going to give it that real shrimp lock. Okay, we're going to wrap that in just like that. And then we're going to go all the way forward just like that. No, not at all. These aren't even really for fly fishing. These are just jigs that I make, dude. Oh, 100% a trout would eat this. Gaming? 100%. These are more like ocean-ish, I guess you could say, but they're more or less, these ones more or less are like shrimps. So as I'm kind of wrapping forward, I'm also pulling those hairs backwards. So that way they kind of just palmer on top of each other going backwards. And then we just kind of slowly make our way back to the front. Making sure that we kind of wrap right up against the other one. Now you can kind of see where that body of this thing starts to get really built in. Oh, hell yeah, Shane. Was it you that wanted the shrimp thing, right? Or am I mistaken? All right, Drift. Well, thanks for hanging out as long as you did, brother. Good to see you again, my friend. Glad to have you in here. And then just like that, we're going to wrap the last bit here around our main line. And then wrap it back. And then I can cut off my extra. Make sure we get a little bit of a head wrap going on that. And I'm going to do one extra step here just to kind of give it a little extra oomph. There you go. That's kind of the base of it, right? You're looking at everything upside down at this point. Because in the water, it's a jig, right? It's going to be flipped. It's going to look like that. But I don't like how this is left here. So we're going to fill that in, and I'll show you how we do that. So usually you got a little bit of like white on the shrimp, or a little bit of, you got your body here. But you need some kind of pop in it that's going to sell it, right? So what we're going to do is what's called a dubbing loop. So I'm going to pull my line way far out, and I'm going to wrap it back, and then I'm going to wrap it around itself a couple times. And that's created our dubbing loop. 4 out of no bite, pulling out for trout. Oh, damn, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm glad you stopped in, my friend. 100%. Like I said, I do this every Thursday, every Friday. So, I lost a tool recently that I use for this, so we're going to try and do it by hand. So I got this dubbing loop here, right? This is just this loop piece here. And then I got what's called dub, which is this stuff here. And we're going to use this orange. I'm going to pull a decent amount of this out. And then I'm going to start pulling this out little by little and just kind of get all these kind of going the same way that I want. And then trying to set it up in a fashion that's going to work well for us. Just like that. A little loose like. We're just going to kind of barely throw that in there. Oops. This is where my tool comes in handy. Actually, I do have one tool that comes in handy for this, which is this piece here. There we go. That looks like a loose, crazy piece of crap there. Once I start spinning this thing up, when you're really going to start seeing something. Sean R., I mean, you could use this for steelhead 100%, but I do make steelhead jigs, my friend. I make like nightmare jigs, that kind of stuff. But this is just a homie here wanted kind of a shrimp looking one, so I was kind of showing how I make the shrimp jigs. But we're gonna spin this bad boy up, and you're gonna see I'm losing quite a bit, but that's all right. Once we got a good couple spins on there, I can get this out of the way, and we can come around this a couple of times, and we're gonna finish this bad boy up. Actually, I'm gonna take this tool out of the equation here. I'll pull that back. Boom. And don't worry, once I comb it out, it's gonna look real good. Kind of cut, wrap off that loop, and then we're just gonna finish it out. Now you guys, finally for the first time tonight, you guys are gonna see me use the whip finish. This thing's pretty sweet. Red jigs do on steelhead. That's awesome. I'll keep that in mind, 100%, dude. I have not tried that yet. Couple of whip finishes here at the end. It's a crazy looking tool, I know, if you've never seen this thing before. Basically, what you're doing is you're taking the line, you're hooking it here, and then you're wrapping around the backside, hooking it there, wrapping around the backside, and then kind of flipping it up, and it creates a number 4, and that's creating our knot that I put the jig head through that locks all this stuff in together. Oops, well, that works too. And then I don't use the resin on this one. I have regular style glue here that I use. Hey, Kat, thank you for the sub, man. Smaller channel, man, so every little bit helps. I appreciate that a lot. I make fishing lures every Thursday and Friday night. And then I do videos on Wednesdays as well. And then shorts every day. And we have 1,000 subscriber. I cannot get the needle of this thing in here. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Then we have 1,000 subscriber giveaway coming up here shortly. All kinds of cool stuff. First thing that's in the box right now is like a bunch of stickers, just like this one. Okay. Last little bit here is we're gonna, if I can get my tool, we're gonna give this bad boy a little bit of a comb out, and that's gonna kind of blend that dubbing that we did earlier into the other stuff. And boom. That's kind of my version of the little shrimp jig. Now you gotta imagine too, when it gets in the water, it's gonna kind of pare down a little bit, but kind of got dark green or dark orange into lighter orange, and then back to kind of dark there. Well, that's okay. You don't need to fly fish. This is not a fly fishing lure. This is actually just a regular fishing lure. So, hey, thanks, Sean. Sorry. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that, man. I make all kinds of here, let me show you. These are my regular jigs. We've all tied up on the live streams here. All different kinds. We did like a 4th of July one when it was 4th of July. That one was kind of cool. Red, white, and blue. And then some other, bunch of other types in there. I don't sell my lures, Kat. I straight up give them away. I'm not even joking. I give them away here on my channel. I don't sell any of them. And then majority of what I make is what I use a lot of are my twitching jigs. I make a lot of twitching jigs. For twitching for salmon. I use these to catch my big boys like this one here. That was a big king that I got last year. Twitching jigs, that kind of stuff. 1/2 ounce, 3/8 ounce on Kamagatsu 2x strong hooks. That's 1 box. Oops, that's 2 box. And that's 3 box. All right, Brandon. Have a good night, my friend. I don't make money, Cat. I'm here to entertain people, be part of YouTube. Best way that you can support me, honestly, is subscribing and just watching my content. That's what I'm here for. Some people donate if they feel if they feel generous enough, they donate on my streams. But I'm not here to make money. I'm here to enjoy hanging out with people in my chat. So, but Dragon, welcome in, welcome in. But I am closing up because I am going to be getting up here really bright and early tomorrow morning to go do some bass fishing. So normally I stream way late into the night. So make sure you guys catch me on the next one. It's not uncommon. You'll see me sitting here till 2, 3 in the morning. So I will see y'all in the next message or the next time out. But y'all have a good night. And if you, like I said, tomorrow I might actually go live stream while fishing. So make sure you guys are subscribed. But have a good night, everybody. Good night, Shane. Good night, Brandon. Good night, Kat. Good night, Sean. Breaded, thank you so much. Have a good night, everybody. Show flies. Yes, thank you. Have a good night. Oregon. I'm just calling it out. Big boy, Bane. Oh my god, big boy. Hey, what's going on? Outdoor gaming. What's my favorite fish? Salmon, bro. Salmon, bro. Appreciate everybody say good night. All right. Later, y'all. Vietnam? Awesome, dude. I'm glad to have you from all the way in. All right, have a good night, y'all. Later.